All set. All right, going to call this town board meeting to order, being at 7 o'clock. The fire exits are outside that door and at both ends of the hall. There is a defibrillator across the hall if one is needed. We will continue with the pledge of allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence for all deceased residents of Hammond. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will continue with our invocation from Pastor Chris Bodie from St. John's Lutheran Church.
Let us pray. Our Lord and God, as we gather here again as a town meeting, we pray that you would be present with us, that you would bless the residents of Hamlin, that you give wisdom to our leaders, and that you help them in their decision making here tonight. That you would bless our community with what is needed, that you would watch over and keep us, and that you would lead us in your ways. And we pray in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor.
We'll continue with the roll call.
Arbuckle.
Here.
Wright.
Here.
Volkel. Jaeger.
Here.
Bottas.
Here. At this point, we have the public forum. If anybody out there in the audience would like to speak, please address the board and keep it to 3 to 5 minutes. Is there anybody in the audience who wishes to speak? Seeing that there is none, we will close the public forum. Requesting town board resolution to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of December 30th, 2024.
Arbuckle.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Volkel. Jaeger.
Yes.
Bottas.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the payment of bills from their respective funds.
So move. Second.
Arbuckle.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Volkel. Jaeger.
Yes.
Bottas.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the organizational meeting minutes of January 2nd, 2025. So moved. Second.
Arbuckle.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Volkel. Jaeger.
Yes.
Bottas.
Yes. Supervisor's monthly report acknowledged and filed. Requesting town board resolution to appoint Rocky Ellsworth to the Board of Assessment Review for the term starting October 1st, 2024 and ending on September 30th, 2025. So moved. Second.
Arbuckle.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Volkel. Jaeger.
Yes.
Bottas.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to purchase a 2008 Isuzu Johnson model VT 650 street sweep truck from the town of Ellicott by means of public auction for the sum of $9,900. Monies to be used from highway account DA 5130.20. So, second.
Arbuckle.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Volkel. Jaeger.
Yes.
Bottas.
Yes. We can reread these real quick. I'll just go through all of these at first, all the way over to where we have to do the budget amendments. Request town board resolution for the following budget transfers from account 9060.8 to 9010.80, $932. From account 5132.70 highway garage to 5132.80 highway garage phone, $70.15. From account A1990.4 contingent other to account A1440.40 engineering expenses, $14,647.87. From account DA 9060.8 medical and dental to DA 9010.80 New York State retirement, $2,933. From account 5142.40 snow removal to account 5130.40 machinery, $318.19. From account 5142.40 snow removal to DA 5140.4 contractual expense, $10.88. For library, from account L 7410.454 travel and conference to 7410.451 SRP expense. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but it's 137.98. 7410.454 travel and conference to 7410.456 technology and programming, $119.41. 7410.415 cleaner expense to 7410.411 building and security, $264. From 7410.462 natural gas expense to 7410.463 telephone expense, $1,002.45. From 9055.80 disability insurance to 9030.80 social security, $94.27. From 9055.80 disability insurance to 9030.81 Medicare, $67.40. From the sewer account, 8120.20 sewage collection system equipment to 8120.40 sewage collection system contract, $166.32.
Second.
Brumbault?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Wolfle? Yes. Yeager?
Yes.
Spads?
Yes. Request the town board resolution to move $7,870.34 from the bridge reserve to the Weiler Road Bridge project.
Is this more than, because we did it, I looked at last month, we moved 23,000.
Yeah, this is, every month we get a bill from Copley for engineering and stuff. This is just taking it out of that bridge reserve account that we had set up.
Oh, it's every time we do it, right?
Every month we get a separate bill from them.
Okay. So moved.
Second.
Brumbault?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Wolfle? Yes. Yeager?
Yeah.
Spads?
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to make the following budget amendments. Increase revenue account L 2770.41 library grants refund miscellaneous, $2,087.57. Increase expense account L 410.456 technology and programming, $2,857. Increase revenue account L 2770.41 library grants refunds miscellaneous, $5,936.11. Increase expense account L 7410.424 FFRPL, whatever that is, $5,936.11. And then for general, increase revenue account 2001.00 recreation charges, $51.50. And increase expense account 7020.4 recreation director contractual expense at $51.50.
So moved.
Second.
Brumbault?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Wolfle? Yes. Yeager?
Yes.
Spads?
Yes. This is just clearing up all the accounts in 2024. And I'm pretty sure that is the end of 2024.
Did we just not, but the only one question about was the engineering expenses? Should we just? not
We
budget
added-
them?
No, we didn't, because we added two different things on there, actually. When I asked about doing stuff for a brand new town hall, for diagrams and everything, and then also for when we were looking at the water lines in Hammond, create new water districts, those are both we did not budget for, they're in there right now.
I thought we started.
Well, we did, but we still have to we can't take it out of ARPA account. We have to take the ARPA money and put it into that account. We have to take it out of this account first. Is there any other resolution? We may have one later on in the discussion where we talk about this other thing. The permit fees, so. All right, then, we will go with reports. Councilperson Yeager.
All right, for the dog shelter, first of all, the rabies clinic's gonna be here. This time it's by appointment and it's on May 1st. No appointments are made to the town clerk's office. Do we know licensing for that?
No.
No way. Because that's what they do on the last time, too, but now they still want us to buy it up.
Who's who? Dave or the county?
County, they're the ones that told us last time. They said it somehow it put them in a place where they were sort of overtime or whatever.
That's weird.
So, we have 15 calls for this month, 15 were Hamlin. We have no dogs in the shelter, one was adopted. 4 dogs were deemed to owner, we have 2 vet appointments. Total dogs in the shelters went for 5. We're in Clarkston 3 times, in Sweden 5 times. We have a new truck, we had all the stickers put on. We're getting an insert for the back, which is the thing we put the dogs in. Mike Lee donated the money for it, with the check, and then we're gonna just put it in the account later. Because the actual insert's $1,500. That was nice. We had like, what, 11,000 in donations this year, so.
But also, we got invited insert,
we got-
because
Right.
Ag and Market says
Ag and Market.
cages are not allowed in the back anymore, you have to have this special,
It's an insert.
you have to have a special thing, you can't use cages.
They have to
Library,
be like leashed in and all that too?
They're actually, I have not seen it, I've not gone online to look at it. It's an actual metal structure, but 2 cages in one actually.
that's what it is. He wanted something different, but they, Ag and Market.
This is what Ag and Market said we have to have.
It's got like a fan thing in there. Yeah, it has to, because you gotta be able to cool the door. Library, the heating system, heating cooling is all done over there, a little bit of electrical. They did a really great job, that company, so that's really good. And we didn't have any zoning meeting for December. That's it.
Thank you. Councilperson Vocal.
Chamber of Commerce meeting in
Yeah.
January was canceled for February. The History Center, Dave left me a voicemail, he said he met with the fire company down there for the annual inspection, did they contact you? Then without they were contacting you, apparently it's like offline.
It shouldn't be, it's a brand new system we just installed last year. I wonder if whoever they sent out didn't know we could put a different system in there.
He said, what he relayed to me was that they said it'll alarm, but it's kind of contained to down there, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Well, I went someplace last week,
Did it?
got called off the fire department because I had to go unlock the building for them.
So I don't know who they sent out, but he met with them last
It's a-
Monday, I guess.
They have not contacted, but it's a brand new wireless system they just put in for thousands of dollars last year. So I don't know who they sent out, but maybe they don't know it's a different system.
Dave to contact you, or do you?
I'll contact Dave, doesn't even know probably what the system is in, that the new system is there.
I mean, who does he schedule somebody obviously called him to schedule the inspection.
Yeah, I saw West Fire, I think, also.
Yeah. Said, and then talked to Alan Berry about the historic marker, he sent along the invoice and we need a purchase order.
It's already sent.
Should be, gonna get delivered right to the highway department.
Councilperson Wright.
So, let's see, no conservation meeting, Hilton Pharma Fire District, they're having a full Hilton Pharma board meeting tonight, 6:30, to talk about the tax district for the ambulance.
It's tomorrow.
Oh, it's they said Tuesday.
Today's Monday.
Shit,
Didn't I say it?
Tomorrow, you said tonight.
Oh,
Tomorrow
did I
night.
say tonight? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I got my days mixed.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you retire.
You're new on the job, so.
They had 618 calls for the year so far. We're looking not to do as many sign-offs for EMS calls, see how that goes. Hamlin Ambulance, they had 1,085 calls for last year. They were down about 120 for the year. They are getting more, the LRAMs, people that have the training and stuff they are allowing now, Genesee, and also the flight crews to come and work on the ambulance, so that'll be kind of nice. They weren't able to practice up until this year. Hopefully, I have a scheduled meeting with Scott, Mercy Flight, to come to our board meeting in February 29th, if possible. He's the CFO, just in case so people can put a face to it. Ask questions. VFW, working on the flags with Josh Simi of Rockport Top. So all the information went out to them, between all the different people that had contacts with, they just need a name, rank, phone contact, branch. Hopefully they get some pictures. They gotta be bigger so they can be scanned onto a flag. Hoping to get some pictures done so that we have some for Memorial Day.
Flags?
That for the flag poles. For the flags.
Banners.
Yes. Whatever they wanna call them.
Banners.
For like on the street?
Yep.
Big.
Yeah.
There's good team information here.
Yeah, the guy from Lakeside Mobile is the one that pays for flags or the banners, and the Stetson Club pays for the clips. So I don't know if there's gonna be any cost. It doesn't sound like there'll be a cost to us. They're gonna clump the order together. Rockport only does like Newer or Clarkson, do the newer people, but, so we're gonna do the ones that doesn't matter as long as they're a vet. Hopefully we can get some done. The bell ringing, just so people know, because you were asking, that they were down $100 from last year. They still did $8,700. Senior group, we had our meeting Saturday, and most of the talk was about how the cost of everything is going up. They're gonna have to find a new place for the Thanksgiving dinner, because they're raising the price up about $400 or $500 apparently. The honor flight, they're gonna have at the February meeting, and Deputy Clark will be there for the March meeting. We're asking a lot of questions about the $5,000 that they're hopefully gonna get for that trip this year. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Councilperson Hurlbut.
Ken Morton Walker Fire District, they've had 447, this was as of December, 447 calls year to date. They've changed their technical IT support. They've changed from, they had Info Advantage, and they now changed to Radio Max. Looking at that as far as working on things around the buildings and installing lights, he has made that same. The planning board, on the 6th, there was a special use permit for 3022 Brick Schoolhouse. The owner would like to, there's horses already on the property. The owner would like to operate a business that offers horse therapy to veterans and first responders and their families. They left that open to come back next month due to there's a need for variance from the zoning board in order to make that happen. So he'll be back next month. There's a preliminary and final multi-lot subdivision in the Meadows. Senior housing tract, do another section on that. And then scheduled for a public hearing for the February meeting. conservation corridor development permit for 6314 Shore Acres. That is also on the planning board agenda February 3rd to come back because there's some zoning variances that need to be done as far as concerns over architecture plans and variances that they're going to need. So he'll be back next month also. Then there's another conservation corridor development permit for 5848 West Lacoma Beach. And that was approved, that's for a generator, and they approved that, subject to going to the zoning board, they need a setback for, within 100 foot of the. And then, farmland protection plan, I've reached out to, CPL, I'm waiting to hear back, we're gonna, hopefully they've got a draft here, I haven't heard back from them this week, and try and get that back in. And then I just wanted to pass along, I got an email today from Cornell Cooperative Extension. She also sits on the steering committee for farmland plan for the county. And Cornell Cooperative Extension is putting on a session, and I don't know if you guys got the email or not, but I can pass it along to anybody that's interested. They're gonna do an ag and solar in Monroe County. And I thought with the moratorium that we have on, I'm gonna go to that, I'd like to go to that session. And let me know if I can forward that email to anybody else that's interested. That's gonna be in Brighton on January 23rd. I'm not sure when the time is, I got an email, but I just want to pass that information along as long as we're looking at solar law and farmland protection plan. Maybe there'll be some information there that we can use. That's all I got.
All right, thank you. Building inspector, Cheryl.
Okay. And the past month, we issued, the department has issued 13 permits, for fee cost, to us received over $1,000, and a permit valuation of over $581,000. That's because many of them were, we did 7 certificate completions, 109 phone calls in the office, so it's slowing down a little bit for Q1. The department still sent out 11 violation notices. School enforcement still has 1 resident reported for it, and it looks like they would probably be going to trial. The building department has signed up for the unit classes by Duval, for the required 24-hour training credit in March, and I've also signed up myself for MRV is having classes once a month in Kentucky, but they're only 10 months. I think from 6, 7, 8, maybe every Thursday night. So I signed up for those also. That's about it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Our highway superintendent, Mike.
Besides snow and ice operations, we've been working on a couple drainage projects. We slip lined the pipe down on the lakefront, and we're working on some improvements for retention time here in town. We did go around to all the houses on the new sewer system. There are 164 houses tied in, which we have record of about 64. There's also certain procedure for hooking their electrical in, and most people didn't follow that procedure for sealing those up. So our guys have been doing that.
All right, thank you. Our, recreation supervisor.
Our new brochure came out first of the year. Our registrations are a little slower than normal. It's going. We started tumbling 2 weeks ago, so fast we're starting to go. We started programs next week as well. Our new office admin started. I think most of you have met her. She's doing good. We've already started planning for the summer and fall events, which sounds crazy, but gotta get contracts with people so that started. Sports registration started, so that's taken up a bunch of time. Steve and I are working on getting the stoves into the lodge
Should be done tomorrow.
tomorrow. And all our sponsorship stuff went out for the year and started to come back, so that's good. Rabies clinic, is that here?
Yes. So we have to figure out,
Yeah, just logistics of baseball will be started by then, and I don't know if the library hours are that day, but
It's
Thursday.
a Thursday.
Yeah, I don't know if the library hours are, but just logistically, we gotta just work on
market.
traffic and flow. The recreation master plan is something we need to look at.
Wow.
Yep, we have one of those. I know the staring eyes. Just say it's about as old as I am. Give or take a few. And then there's gonna be a discussion on waiving fees. Do you wanna do that now or do it later?
We'll do it later.
Oh, I got that.
Okay, thank you. Our assessor, Liz.
So I mentioned that the postcards are going out within the next week, so they should hit everybody's mailbox regarding the exemptions. Me and Phil did final interviews for the clerk position in my office today. We had 4 final interviews. There's a few candidates that we both really like, so it's just making a decision on one of them. Governor Hochul signed into legislation for real property tax law a few new exemptions. Cannabis is now considered a crop, so people can apply for that for ag and markets. Another one is the fire department's reached out to me and asked if we are going to accept the new amendment for the fire law, and that, what that is that somebody can serve a volunteer firefighter or a volunteer ambulance worker who provides such volunteer services to a neighboring city, village, town, county, or school district, but they live in our town, that we would grant them the exemption. And Dave Walker reached out to me last week and asked if we were going to adopt that. That is a local option.
I would say get us the paperwork so we can read it or whatever, or send us,
Send it
email it
along.
to us or whatever, to us, so that we can look it over.
Okay.
Okay.
And then do they have a number of how many there are?
He did. He said that our town, it does not impact any as of right now, but some of our neighboring towns, it does impact. But he called to find out if the school was gonna accept it, if I knew if we were and the other towns around us, just in case it does come up. The other thing is, it's kind of vague when it says neighboring, city, village, town, county, and school, how neighboring?
Right, is it contiguous or is it?
That's what they wanted to know.
Yeah,
Is it east side, west side? Is it all within? It really is kind of vague.
yeah, so I would, if we adopt it, I would say contiguous.
So
So we can
like
make it
Kentucky?
stricter instead of more lenient.
I don't think it's a bad thing. So that's definitely something that we gotta decide if we're gonna do before March 1st for taxable status day.
Those are for volunteers?
Volunteer firefighters or volunteer ambulance workers.
Gotcha.
The other thing is I got from the state a few things. This is kind of important. The 2025 solar and wind appraisal model draft is available for public comment. It is available until March 11th. They've made some changes to the draft model. They've updated the revenue forecast, expense forecast, and discounted cash flow rates on the model, and they revised the wind capacity factors to reflect the technology improvements over time. If you guys want to look at any of that kind of stuff, I can forward you the link, and they are looking for comments on it. We did offer comments last year. The state doesn't necessarily listen to our comments, but it's open for public comment. And then they decide on the actual model after everybody's given their comments. That's how we assess them. We have to follow their model. So I can send you the link for that if anybody's interested in looking at that.
They're looking to change their model of the way they assess.
Every year they look at it. They make adjustments and they open it up to the public for our opinion on how it should be changed.
You said it was solar and wind?
Solar and wind, yep. Yep, and that's right on New York State Tax and Finance website. It'll be like right there on the front, if you want to look at it. The other thing is I did a webinar last week from New York State Farm Bureau through New York State Tax and Finance regarding agricultural exemptions and assessments and so forth. Basically, it was just a reminder of what we already do. Nothing different other than the cannabis thing that just passed. So, that's it, that's all I've got.
Thank you. Our town clerk, hey, Joe.
Well, we started collecting taxes, a little bit behind on records, retention, and pulling out the old stuff. Haven't got to that yet. I'd like to do that in December, but that didn't happen. So hopefully we'll get to that soon before it gets real busy with taxes. And that is all.
Okay, thank you. I see we have conservation board members. Is there anything you want to add or no?
I guess the only thing that I've seen lately, news from us, is we just received information from the state regarding a rehab of the Sandy Creek boat launch. So, and it was up for comment. You know how that goes.
Yes, didn't you just do that a few years ago?
They've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened.
Didn't you?
Did you say like?
Well,
Just like yesterday.
that's like her saying Cole is older than she is. She's too young to sleep.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, most of the changes were just, really dealing with the water height differences. Deeper, taller, bigger, it looked like a bigger launch. There were some things that weren't explained in there that I felt that needed to be explained a little bit better, but, it's nice to see that work's actually get done.
So nobody will drive their vehicle right into the water.
No, that still could happen, so.
Well, I remember during the floods that we would always talk with you and other people, we were always waiting, thinking that the floating docks would be really good down there.
Right.
So it didn't matter what the lake level was.
Right. Oak Orchard just went through a big rehab, their launch it right there at Point Breeze, right by the Black North End. And they did an exceptional job in that. And that was really just designed to deal with the fluctuation in water height. And it certainly does that.
Okay. Thank you. We've been working on a bunch of things. I've been helping, we take down some Christmas decorations, working on a lot of paperwork, getting the end of the year stuff done, getting the beginning of the year stuff done, all the things you have to start reporting and everything. I did check with the state, finally got back to me. All those ARPA contracts that we had to get done by the 31st, we don't actually put in till April 31st. So it's like, why make you rush, but whatever. We got the money for that, I guess be thankful for what we got. But like I say, everything's been going good with that. We are putting the stoves in, like I said, I started today with Colorado electrician and it'll be done by tomorrow. I don't know. Gonna hold on to it for a little while until we see, the VFW was hemming and hawing. I might have to go up there with them guys and say, all right, one way or another, do you want it or not, or do you want to keep sticking your arm in there and singeing the hair off your arm, off your old one?
Bob doesn't come back until Saturday or Sunday.
You have to go up there and have a meeting with them, and just say, all right, tell me what you're gonna do. They're sitting in our barn right now. You wanna singe yourself or not? But we've been doing a bunch of things. Like I say, mostly end of the year and beginning of the year things, so. like, even with the water, I just got a thing from Emilio yesterday with our proposed water lines. I talked to him, and I think we're gonna send out a letter to all the prospective people to see and give them what the price would be first, before we start getting into a lot of engineering, that it's already cost us $11,000, before it start costing us much more money. See, give the people what the cost would be per resident, see if they're even interested with a letter, and then if they are, then we'll have a regular meeting to get people together. So that's how we're going to do that.
So that would be, you'll send a letter out, and then they're gonna respond to the letter or come to a meeting?
No, they're gonna respond to the letter.
Respond to the letter with a yay or I'm interested or I'm not.
Yes. Instead of spending a whole bunch of money on, and then having people tell us, no, too much money, I'm not interested, and you spend a whole bunch of money.
And we'll call the engineer group,
Yes.
would that be
I
better?
believe, right now, I haven't gone through the letter, I glanced through it, he sent me a thing, I glanced through it quickly. I didn't see where it was supposed to be sent. It was a copy of one he had from another town too, so. But, so that's where we are with that, and we'll see with other things. We haven't heard an awful lot about a couple of things yet, trying to get people back to work yet. This is probably why you haven't been able to get CPL. Some of these people are still on vacation or whatever on those days. But, okay, discussion then. We had talked about procedure for waiving fees. We have a thing in our town books or whatever, for waiving permit for the town board to waive fees for nonprofit groups. But this is, our thing is just for the building inspector and for permits. Different organizations have been asking our recreation supervisor about waiving the fees, nonprofit organizations. And so I wanna maybe, you all have a copy of this in front of you, maybe just look at this. I think instead of writing the whole thing up or whatever again, is there somehow that we, it says the building inspector is authorized to waive fees. Can we just add into that top paragraph and how we should word it?
So the building inspector / recreational supervisor.
We'd have to change the title too, waiving, and
Right.
just cross out permit and waiving
For waiving
fees.
fees, right.
Okay.
Yep, cross out that permit then.
And then just cross out those two that we talked about. The one with the ordinance and the North Star.
Well, according to
But he said they're paying for.
They've been paying, we haven't been exempting.
But that's not even on
Same with North Star, they've been paying an exemption, and it's like, so we do away with I and J. Where's that?
That's just.
Oh, I and J,
Numbers, I and
okay, I'm
J.
sorry. I and J, yes. Yes, I would say so.
Now, also, I just noticed there's Hamlin Beach State Park, but there's Friends of Hamlin Beach State Park. That's sort of separate, or is it the same? Just like Friends of Recreation. They're not, they're like a,
Friends, yeah, because they have the flag.
Our attorney, are you listening? Maureen, you listening to that?
Oh, no, I was discussing something over here, sorry.
It says Hamlin Beach and not Friends of.
Do we have to add Friends of Hamlin Beach State Park?
Well, that's not for profit.
Or do they fall underneath the Hamlin Beach State
oh
Park?
yeah, the Friends of the Hamlin Library too.
Friends of Rock, Danny Logan, and Orton.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Or do they fall underneath the recreation or whatever?
Well,
I mean,
They're all 501c3s.
that's what these are just for town building permits.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
All right, I get that. But you want to add this to waive recreation fees for what?
Use
For like when they want to rent, like the Lion people rent
To do food.
at different of our festivals.
So,
You know, the churches may wanna rent, I know the one church brings their kids here to play in the playground and everything, or to use a pavilion out there. Life Solutions, I don't know if they've ever have asked us for this.
Life Solutions has got their own building now, they should.
I know, but I mean, if they wanna use a playground or something for something, this
Do
is,
you charge people?
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
no, we haven't, but
No,
I just, unless they wanna use a town hall or something, I don't know.
do you charge?
Or do we
people
need to
to
write a
use
whole
them?
new, or do we need to write a whole new one up for the recreation?
I would, but I wouldn't, I mean, let's Pandora's box. I mean, we've got, the church giving out free stuff to people, donations to people in. Yeah, okay, you can waive the fee for renting that because they're not getting, but if you're having an event where you're making money for your 501c, why isn't the town collecting a fee to use the property?
And can't we do it on a case by case?
I think you can do it on a
Like,
case by case basis.
Well, it's already in our book right now that we can do it on a case by case.
So I would just have them come to the town board, get to town board meetings every month. They should make an application to the town board to ask to waive their fees. And you can do it on a case by case basis.
We can do it, it's.
Yeah.
At least that way they can come and say what they're doing.
What they're
and then-
doing, right, yeah.
Yes.
So what I advise, because we ran into it a little bit last year with, the Christmas market, you know, everyone was just, I'm a nonprofit, I'm 501c3, and like, how do you decide? And Sharon kind of worked with that, and that's why I kind of thought this year we kind of needed to kind of bring it in because it's Pandora's box. But how I explained to the Lions Club was, in my opinion, that I have no say in this, is, you know, if you're providing material information, like the History Center comes, or a church comes, and they're providing material on their church or their, you know, event, like organization. then-
Promoting their organization.
Correct, then they're not profiting at all, so that's what we wouldn't charge, we would allow them to stop, but there's no fee associated with it. But if you're making money, then again, I feel like there should be some
That
kind
makes
of
more
fees.
sense,
So how, I mean, so we do like 4 events, how about before every event, anyone that's kind of like case by case basis, anyone that's just gonna bring information, you just bring a list to the town board meeting, waive them all of them.
So the Lions Club, specifically, if you want to get into why I brought it, was, Lions Club has asked to do July Jamboree, which gets a little tricky, and Scream Fest to be a food vendor for both. And they don't think that they should have to pay the fee because all their money goes back into the town. What you would decide is what you guys decide, it's not my decision. My concern with July Jamboree and making a decision on that day is the Sandy Creek Shootout is the same day, and they do the food for them, so it could get a little bit logistically complicated.
What's the fee?
They're between, like, it depends on the event, but I think those are, they might be $50 at most, I think.
But that does make sense, because all their money does go back into residents and things.
But
I mean, they don't pay.
Or
for
We
that.
can just do it on a case by
I
case
think a
basis.
case by case basis is the best way to do it.
And they're not making money, it's actually just a surplus of money that is provided back to residents.
So do you advise they come to you, or I come to you?
I would, yeah, if there's enough representatives, they have a representative come to us, any
Okay.
one of them.
Okay.
Just come to us at a meeting and ask for a waiver of fees then.
So anyone that's doing the not making money, you know, one of these organizations, like if this church, I'm thinking, you know, like, Farm Fest, we have a couple churches that want to have like a prayer booth or something. Is it okay to not charge them, or same thing?
They can come and talk,
Everybody.
just like everybody,
Okay.
yeah. You know, there's enough members of all the churches in town, there's a couple of small churches, but most of them have at least 100 members or whatever, or more. They can send somebody here, if that's what everybody wants, instead of writing up a whole new thing. You wanna do it case by case, so you come see it.
Yeah, you always have room in the form. We
First of
have
all,
room.
$50 is not a whole lot. And if they're taking their profits and putting it back into the town, why wouldn't the $50 that you paid to the town, it goes back to the town anyway. It's
Right.
not like they're
Right.
not giving it back to the town, it's for the recreation department to build it. So
Right.
that's my 2 cents. And I think I don't think Kaylee should be the one making that decision, that should be a town board decision.
Okay. That's fine, then we leave this thing alone like it is.
But still
And
take out
we'll
those two.
do, no, we'll do the whatchamacallit, put everything back in there, what this is right now. Well, because we have this on our books already for the permit.
So we're leaving permit and we're just.
Leave a permit and we'll just for the recreation, we'll just do it on a case by case.
But still removing permit.
No, this is just for
We'll
permits,
listen
this is
everything.
just for the building application. Which one's that?
Well, yeah, I mean, if the Hornets put something,
They don't have to get it.
And what's the football?
if they build
team?
something.
The building thing?
They don't,
Building permit.
they don't exist.
Yeah, so, but.
Yeah,
they're
we can
building-
at
what
least
are they
change the
building?
name.
We can change the name on that at least to what they are right now, but this is the building permit, we build something.
She's just asking if they're, what are they building, if they
Oh,
build it.
They, no,
Hamlin.
yeah.
well, they haven't been building anything, but they dropped two great big containers out there, which you might need a permit for. Technically,
Oh,
Storage
They do
units.
need a permit for that.
But doesn't it belong to us technically?
No.
If the shed is permanent,
no, it's not.
oh, no, they're not permanent.
Well, there's one's kind of permanent, but mice and everything ate all their stuff up, so they dropped great big old shipping containers. They dropped a great big 40-foot long shipping container out there to put stuff in.
Did that require a permit, Cheryl? I was gonna say, do we allow shipping containers? And I think so. Yeah.
Mine's on order then.
We can do that, we can worry about that later, but that's all right, we can do that later on.
So we're leaving.
Pandora's box?
Yes,
We're leaving them on.
yes, because this is for building permits.
But you're
All
gonna
the
change
other
the name of
permits
the
we're leaving.
football association.
We're gonna change the Brockwood Hammond football, whatever it is.
Is this, where is this? This is the resolution.
On the front page, and have town code.
Oh, it's on the, then you gotta do a resolution, yeah.
Well, we're gonna
We're gonna review a whole bunch of them. I sent, even to you, I sent a bunch of stuff today.
Yes, you did, and I wasn't sure what that was,
So
so
do you
I
wanna
just, File
It's
in
all
We'll
these,
wait and do it all. at the same
it's all
time.
these procedures. It's even this one I sent to you.
yeah, I did see this one, and I'm like, okay, what is he doing?
So we'll wait.
Okay.
So you wanna just wait and do it all?
Yes, I would do
We
them all
can
at
wait and do it
once.
all at once, it's fine, but I sent it to everybody. I didn't make copies for everybody, because I said, well, it's gonna be like 20-some pages or whatever to make all those. And then go and make the changes, and then print out 20 more pages. I was sitting there going, how many trees do I wanna kill? All right, so we can leave that, tell people, bring it to the town board.
No,
We're
people
very
waiting,
accessible.
you have to talk to the board, I like it, takes me out of it, love it.
Okay.
That's what we had a commission, that's what they had to do. They had to ask the commission. so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Is there any other discussion?
Zone workshop Thursday, is that the Thursday?
It's a third Thursday.
That-
Yeah,
That's maybe the 19th.
Don't look at
Seven-
that,
no,
that's
seven-
2024.
17th.
Oh, that's last year's.
Yeah, don't look at that.
17th.
Friday.
It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday is the 16th.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Holidays are all screwed up too.
Yeah, 16th. You're right. I wrote it on my calendar, on my desk. I got a new one on my desk.
That's what I'm asking. I'm trying to think, we got a couple things we gotta go over. Yes, we can probably have one, but I mean, and we'll introduce the other book we gotta go over.
Excuse me. And we gotta talk about zoning. At some point, we gotta get going in there. Was Parma the one who just did all the zoning?
Yes.
We gotta have a discussion on
And, the people, they haven't approved it yet, we haven't done a public hearing or anything like that, but, the company that did it, I was very impressed.
that. I'm getting,
Who was it?
It's not MRB, it's,
I was just curious.
give me a second, and I'll see if I can.
well, I'm getting questions from zoning members and stuff too about, and planning board members about the zoning, our zoning laws, and when are we gonna update them? So we do have to start in there. You gotta start on comprehensive plan. You gotta start on the other comprehensive plan for the recreation, what was it, 89, we did that last?
99, but the data.
Oh, 99.
So that's got a couple more years at least.
Yeah, but
They-
Not a lot's changed in 25 years.
The data's from 1989.
Oh, that's
oh, the
even
data's
better.
from 89, I knew there was an 89.
It was written in
somewhere.
99, data's from that, that's good.
Yes,
Took 10 years to write that one.
Yeah.
from the 89 census, the data is from.
Were you able to get in touch with that Jocelyn from the LWRC?
I saw, I tried and she didn't answer me, I did talk to MRB. And so they haven't answered me yet about her. Cause it looked like they all worked kind of like together. I did call Johnson, I looked back and just started in Eric's. That's still on my thing to radar to go get in touch with her. So yes, we are gonna have a meeting.
Thursday?
Did I answer your question?
We're meeting
I
Thursday.
think so. Okay.
We are meeting Thursday.
No, before I did something different, I wanted to make sure we answered, or did it.
We are meeting Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Steve, would it be possible for you to make a phone call tomorrow? I don't know if you're aware of the people that switched to the high deductible healthcare plan. And the town is putting money in that, and they're putting money in that, and nobody has a card, and nobody has anything on that.
Yeah.
And Megan has looked into it, but maybe somebody needs to be able to help her.
No one has healthcare cards?
We don't have our cards yet.
So, yeah, just for the.
I did make a phone call today. I didn't get an answer before. Megan brought it to me this afternoon. I made a phone call, I think, I'll make another one tomorrow morning. It was this afternoon I tried, and maybe somebody did call me back, I don't know.
That's pretty different when everybody calls.
No, she told me about the problem, so I did make a phone call. I hadn't heard back from them before I left.
Is it LBS? Is that who manages
I don't know, I'm with Excel, so we didn't get our new cards either, so.
I just was on my.
I didn't get one, I just figured I'd call the same way.
I just got my email.
Well, the counties, you just like, do it every year, right?
Yeah, I got mine.
No, but these are the cards for the people that are on high deductible, and that card is their money that.
Yeah.
Right, they're
Their
HSA
debit
cards.
card,
Yeah.
HSA card.
And they took their money, it's been taken out of their paycheck, but
Is it,
it's,
who manages it? Is it LBS?
Well, that card would come from
It's an
the
independent-
HSA bank that they deal with.
Come from the bank.
Yeah, but I know what she's talking about. It is an independent company. And we haven't gotten a response from
They manage it, so you put your money in LBS.
that.
You
It's
put the
something.
money in the bank, but LBS sends you, like, you put an app for them on your phone, and you can do all your.
it's lifetime benefit solutions.
Right. Yes, it is, lifetime benefits, yes. I will call them again tomorrow morning and see if they, and maybe I'll have a message by tomorrow, I don't know. No, because we haven't donated our money to them either, we don't know what to donate, town, we haven't gotten a bill from LBS to say, okay, this is what you have to put in this account, this is what.
People are frustrated, they're putting in, family people that are putting in a large amount from their own money, and it's not even there to be spent.
Right.
I get it, the one guy, his wife needed to go to the doctor on January 3rd, I can understand January 3rd, but we're in the middle of the month.
Because they got no way to use their debit card.
Right.
They're not gonna have a debit
So
card.
now they're putting their money out of their paycheck in there, and they're paying out of pocket to go to the doctors.
Just tell them to
Nobody
hold
seems
on
to
to
have
their
an answer.
receipts,
Right.
because they submit
Yes.
all those receipts, and then
Yes.
they'll just get
But-
reimbursed.
But that's fine if you don't live paycheck to paycheck and just put $500 in your paycheck into that that's gone right
I'm not, I haven't approved my
now. That's a different card. That's a different card. That's your HR. Their HS, I guess, where the money's missing.
Yeah, we were going after them again tomorrow, I just found out today, this afternoon. Any other discussion? All right. Requesting town board resolution to go on an executive session for the medical, financial credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation of matters leading to appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation.
Second.
Robot,